This is a thing we've been waiting for. Hello and welcome to our channel. We're Jojo and Scott. We live in the Highlands of Scotland. In August last year, we took on a big challenge. We bought a bright yellow van ready to turn into a camper. It's been a much bigger job than we expected, from ripping out the filthy interior, scrubbing away at the grime, to finding some nasty surprises. It's been a hell of a ride, with loads of ups and downs. We'd love for you to join us on this journey as we take a filthy ex-fleet vehicle, strip it back to the basics, and build up a tiny home on wheels. Thank you so much for watching. And why have we been waiting for a black tank? Well, this is where all the wastewater is going to go. And wastewater is very stinky stuff, so we don't want it inside the van, that's just not needed. So we're going to attach this to the underside of the van. As it stands just now, we've got this inlet that we can get in, we can clean it out, that's great. But we need, so another in and another out, I call it. So we need somewhere for the water to drain from the van into the tank on top, and then we need an outlet at the bottom so we can empty the tank. So that's for the water to go into, and this bit will attach down here for water to come out. So most people modify the tank and then stick it on in a day, and that's all lovely. The problem being is that we're still waiting for lots of bits to arrive. The insulation's laid down, but we can't stick it in place until we've drilled the holes for the tank in the floor. So that bit needs to be done so we can get on and build the inside and put the sink and everything in, which depends on the outflow pipe. So we kind of need to attach the tank, put the fixtures in place, then take it off and adjust all the inlets and outlets, and then put it back on again, because that seems to be the simplest way to actually make the thing work and allow us to get on with it. Does that even make sense? Yeah. Yeah, kind of. We need to do half a job just now, basically. So the idea for today is drill the holes in the floor, paint them up, and then we can hopefully get the tank fixed on.
Hey.
How's it going down there?
Oh, it's great. I'm just having a fun time down here.
What do you think they're arguing about? Our audio failed for this part. I think what Scott was trying to explain was he'd lined up the tank underneath, but he needed to see where it fit from the upper side, so where it was going to be in relation to the sink, so that's why he'd brought it into the van. The next clip is a little bit chaotic and we didn't really explain what we're doing, so I'm introducing that just now. Scott was lining up where the tank was on the inside of the van using wooden stakes in the ground, so he wanted to look from the driver's side of the van underneath the thing to see where the tank would appear to be in relation to the inside. So that's what was going on, so he'd sent me to find some more spiky sticks, as he called them. He wants more pokey sticks. I don't like going in this garage anymore because of this thing. How can you see it? Oh, it's moved, Scott. The spider's moved.
Oh, crikey.
It's up there now. Keeps moving.
Has it taken any hostages?
There it is. There. So big. Yeah, see that brown bag there? Behind the tall brown bag? That's a bag of spikies, which we keep for emergency spike needs. I don't know for sure if these are spiky or not, but yeah, they're not the spikiest of spikes, to be honest. They're tent poles.
Oh gosh, I don't want to use these.
Yeah, that's the poles. That's a spiky one.
There's a spiky one. What are these for?
The tent that we had to get rid of because it went mouldy. I don't think you could find a stick more spikier than this stick.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of... I don't like them. It's fine, I'll just leave those two on the ground. And the two that are actually stabbed down are the important ones. It's fine, we'll go with that.
I want to stab one in. There
That's
we
not
go.
doing anything. That's not useful.
What are you playing about with? Get those poles away, come on. You're messing around with it.
This was a terrible idea.
The rain's coming.
Gently set that there and try not to damage the insulation. Okay.
What now?
I think I'm going to have to take up the insulation panels so they're not in the way so I can get to the metal.
How are we going to do that?
Get a paint scraper and just lever them up. Take this one up because I've got a feeling we're going to have to... Get up you. It went into here so easily and now it's just a pain in the butt. I don't want to have to damage it. Oh wait, hang on. There we go.
That's because you wedged in extra wedges.
Such wedge.
I missed that blue floor.
I know, right?
Well, there we go.
Okay.
Drill down or drill up?
I think drill up.
I think drill down.
Not doing it. Now I think I'm going to try and line this up with where I want it under the van. And then I'll try and take the threaded rods, put them in position, see if I can mark on the underside of the floor where I want to drill up. Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be easier or harder than the gas tank?
Well, I really hope it's easier.
Yeah.
Because the tank's like liftable, whereas before it was almost not. So that should make it a bit nicer, but it's still going to be really fiddly to try and line up where the bars go.
But I think it's going to be way easier because you don't have to line the bars up with threaded holes. They could be offset.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I'm meaning.
It could be offset. I'd like the bars to be like hard against the sides of this. That would be tougher.
Tougher. Right, do you have the pink nail varnish?
Yeah, I'll get the pink nail varnish. Oh wow. Things do not line up how we expected them to.
How we expected them, or how you expected.
Actually, how you expected.
How you expected.
No, yeah.
You wanted it under the driver's seat.
Well, actually, that's the thing. It doesn't. There's not space for that, and the markers are actually way further back.
How's it going down there?
Fine.
Where do you think he's going to come up? Here, 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 here. Oh, there he is. Hole number one. Where was hole number two? There he is.
We tried putting this drill bit on this drill, which would be, you know, nice and out the way, but doesn't fit on that.
And the drill bit doesn't fit onto the little drill.
Doesn't fit onto the battery drill. The small corded drill just goes at silly speeds, so that's no use for this, and also falls out. So we have no choice but to use the big boy drill.
We're on to drill number 5. Level up.
Level up, level up.
This is my favourite game.
Which drill works? They all kinda can maybe do it.
How many adapters do you need?
Big boy drill.
I'd say that is my favourite drill.
The most obnoxiously large drill.
Didn't I buy you that drill?
Did you?
That's so romantic.
It makes the lights flicker.
Yeah.
Because it uses so much power.
I'll not be getting any dinner tonight.
Why not?
Because you're using all the power.
Oh, I was going to say I deserve it after this.
To be fair, that was a lot easier than that thing.
On your marks.
So what are you doing now, Scott?
So we've got our holes, but we need to measure the other hole. Because we've only got supports now for one side of this thing.
I guess it's a lot easier to do it from above than below.
It's so much easier to do it from above.
So we've put in 2 little pins to mark it.
Yeah, we've measured it from below, so we now know that this distance, the width of this thing across, is where this needs to go. And we also know that there's nothing else in the way in this sort of direction, as long as I get the tank into the correct position. And for now I don't need to worry about where it is this way. I'll get that on the underside when I put it back under there. For now I just need to get it right up against these bolts. Now just to drill down. We've drilled through this 4th and final hole to hold the tank on, and when we went to the underside we couldn't find the hole, and turns out we've drilled into the space above a support beam on the underside. It's an easy fix, but it's just damn. Like, we've drilled that one, gone into a support beam, but we've drilled this one and didn't go into a support beam. We're just a little bit squint.
So what's the answer? Drill more holes.
The answer is drill more holes.
Two holes in the van.
Yep, we're good.
Yay! Second time lucky. What's happening now, Scott?
Drilling a 3rd hole, 3rd pilot hole. That's how good I am. Now, the bars are going to be a little bit close together, but they do have a bit of bend in them, so I can get away with it.
Plus there's a bit of... they've got to go down a bit before they contact the tank anyway. So why do we need a 3rd hole?
So, this middle, the 2nd hole, does actually go through to the underside and not into the bar. But it's right up against the bar, so I need to go the radius of the drill bit again to the side so that I can drill the hole.
And why couldn't you drill from...
And I couldn't drill from the underside because as I tried to spin this bit I was hitting the exhaust. So
many problems.
So here we are.
Do you want to use the big boy drill?
Do you want me to use the big boy drill?
No, I don't think you do you?
No, do you want me to use the big boy drill?
I do.
You do. I will use it then, if that's what you want.
Well, I just really like it.
That's what you like. Perfect! I can see through that. I'm going to double check on this one actually just before I do this.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
What do you think?
I'll do. It's a little bit narrow, but that will do. We can make that work. We've measured up where we want the waste pipe to go down through the floor into the wastewater tank. From measuring it below, I figured out that's just where we want to go. Drill a little pilot hole from below, measuring things. Now it's time for the big boy drill with a hole saw.
Wow.
That's a hole.
Well, let's hope that one's in the right place.
Straight on through. Please fit. Woohoo!
Look at that. The wastewater tank attached in a very similar manner to the gas tank. We used the threaded rods plus 2 flat metal bars, one on top and one on below, on each side of the tank to hold it in place. We secured it in place with nylon locking nuts, trimmed the bars down and then relaid the floor. So that was all done after the paint dried.
And done.